Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2022 and another part of our Aston Martin career mode. Today we've got the fourth Grand Prix of the season in Imola. It's going to be an absolute cracker. We've had three incredible races this season. Luckily we have come out on top in two of them, but strategy is definitely king as it stands. So Fernando Alonso currently leading the way on 59 points ahead of Verstappen on 43. Gasly and Leclerc on 42 each, 39 for Carlos Sainz. It's going to be a cracking episode, so without further ado, let's get ourselves into it and immersed into the action. So, first things first, we've got some development points to dish out. Going to start that with Pierre Gasly. We're going to up his reactions again. Fernando Alonso defending, why not? And Piastri can also have one on his smoothness. Cool, perfect. Right, let's have a look at staff. Nothing for staff so far. And let's have a little look at our car parts development. So we have got two design projects off and running. It would be nice if we could get another one sorted out very soon. So another what do we want to go for? Should we go chassis? Yep, that's fine. I think we want to increase the focus on engine cooling. Yep, that seems good to me. And we'll stick on three guys and we'll go for normal. Absolutely cool. Right, let's go to the inbox and see how we're getting on. Alright, so, was our design complete? Yeah, not sure. Not sure. Suspension. There we've done that. Okay, cool. Right, let's continue on then. Right then. Important email. Low stock. Weather center poor condition. Would be nice to try and get that sorted out actually. So let's get our weather center upgraded again. Right, continue on. Let's see what's happened in the regulations vote. Car part research unlocked. Okay, minor technical changes. So the majority have voted in favour of the option below. So they've all gone for moderate changes, which is interesting because we had the option of minor changes, which would have been take 5%, but we've all voted to go for take 10%. And interesting that it's Mercedes, McLaren and Ferrari as well as Haas that are voting against that. Red Bull didn't, and that's very interesting. So let's keep going. Race prep done. Okay. Right, qualifying position. Let's say both of them will get into the top 10. Reach Q2 with both drivers, please. Race targets. Let's say finish position. Both drivers will finish in the top 5. And then let's do a qualifying position streak that both drivers will finish in the top 10 on 5 separate occasions. Perfect. Right, let's get into it then. The Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix is about to get underway.
The hills of Tuscany are green to the south, but here in Imola the air is red hot. Welcome to Ferrari's turf for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. The track has been around since the 60s, but the first official Formula One race was held here in 1980. Let's see what excitement lies ahead this year. This is Imola, and it's an old school track with plenty of elevation changes and lots of corners. There's only one DRS zone here, but it follows the long straight right before Tamburello and should see plenty of action. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. The weekend begins here.
Okay, cool. Right, it's going to rain in practice and clear up for qualifying and the race. So I'll see you guys for Q1. Here we are then at the end of FP3, third and fourth place on the grid. Very, very happy with that. Well, not on the grid, but in terms of speed. Let's have a little look at our setup confidence. So 80% for Pierre Gasly, 96% for Fernando Alonso, which is very, very good. So let's get ourselves into qualifying. We'll simulate Q1 as always, and we'll see how things go. Yep, third and fourth, so I'm assuming that will be fine for Q2. The only problem that I see is that they won't use the used tyres, so we'll have to get ourselves into Q2. We'll get ourselves on used tyres straight away. And try and save a set of tyres for the race tomorrow. Because I feel like it's going to be very, very crucial. So we'll get them both out there. I know we haven't gone with my usual tactic of making sure there's a gap on track, but okay, so here we go then with Pierre Gasly. He's coming up to the line. What's he going to put in? A 114, no, 113, no, I think it was a 114 0. Let's put in P2 for now. Should be enough to get through to Q3, I would have thought. What about Fernando Alonso? What can he manage here? He flies around the final couple of corners. He's going to come up to the line. What's it going to be for Fernando Alonso? He comes up to the line now, and it's a 114.3, which is probably not going to be good enough if we're honest. So Alonso's going to have to go out there again on the fresh tyres and see if he can improve. Although might take the risk of the old set actually. See what he can do.
I think there's been a lock-up.
Yep, here he goes then. Let's see what he can do. Is it gonna... It was green first sector, and he comes through, and he does go up to fourth, so is slightly quicker than Pierre Gasly. I think that's probably going to be enough. Just about. Russell's, of course, going to improve. Perez is. Hamilton is. It's really whether Ocon and Vettel are going to improve so much, so... Let's see where these go. So George Russell is going to be first over the line. What can he manage here? Yep, so George Russell over the line. And he goes sixth, so he's behind both of our guys. Hamilton goes above Alonso. What about Bottas? Bottas comes across only 11th. Vettel only 8th. What about Charles Leclerc? Can he improve it all? No. What about Ocon? Yes, Ocon goes third. What a lap from him. Magnussen only 11th. What about Verstappen stays first? Perez, of course, is going to be a threat. Perez comes through. Only up to 5th. Sainz second. What about Norris? No, nothing for Norris. Nothing for Albon. And nothing for Zhou. None of them get through. So we manage it. But look how close it is from 1st to 10th. Only 2.5 tenths of a second. That is pretty crazy. But we are through to Q3. So let's see if we can go and grab pole position. We can send Pierre Gasly out on a set of used for his first run. Fernando is going to have to use... Maybe we just send Alonso out on one run. Maybe we send them both out on one run. Save a set of tyres. Let's do that. Let's do that. Right. So we'll push it on. until the very, very last moment of this session, because I'd love to have a brand new set. So Ocon currently quickest, Perez goes second, Hamilton second now. So Ocon currently on pole position. What about Verstappen? He comes through, he only goes fourth, so Ocon currently fastest. Now, you'd expect that that's not going to remain the case. Right, there goes everybody out, so we'll send Fernando out first. And then Pierre. We'll see how well we can do here. Let's hop on board with Fernando Alonso and let's see what he can pull off. So Ocon currently leading the way. Is he going to be the first over the line? No, it's going to be Vettel. But because it's so close, one good lap can really change everything here. So Alonso coming through the first sector. Split. That's green, not purple. What about Gasly? Can Gasly improve? He's flying through. And Gasly, yep, goes green. But no purple so far. Now Alonso coming up the hill. This would be the sector, if anything. Perez only goes second. Verstappen takes pole off Ocon. Sainz goes second. Alonso green in the middle sector, not purple. What about Gasly? What can he manage? We've now got Charles Leclerc coming up to the line. He goes fourth. What about Hamilton and Russell? No improvement for them. Fernando Alonso comes round the final corner. Can he make it? Pole position for him. He comes up to the line. He goes second, ahead of Carlos Sainz, but still behind Max Verstappen. Pierre Gasly then is the only chance that we've got out of everybody to get pole position. Pierre Gasly races up to the line, and that's a 13.9 as well, but that only puts him in 6th place, and actually between the two drivers 700ths of a second, but 4 positions on the grid. That is just ridiculously close between the top 10. 0.3 of a second separate everybody. But Esteban Ocon, what a lap for him. And not even as quick as his Q2 time, so he could have done better. But Max Verstappen is on pole position.
Race day has arrived and the time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel.
Aston Martin performed well during the qualifying session and they're rewarded with a good grid position for the race. We saw a reasonably good qualifying performance from Ferrari, and they certainly have a good chance to capitalize during the race. And the clouds today look very ominous, which means that teams may have to contend with rain at some point during the race.
And seeing it all come together is sure to be a thrill. An exciting race ahead for us here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Right then, let's get into the race. Strategy, of course, is going to be king. Let's just have a little look at what they're expecting the strategies to be. So, potential 2-stop out on the soft, medium, medium. That's the sort of strategy that speaks to me. We do only have 1 set of medium tyres, though, so actually it's not going to be any good to us. So you could go medium hard, and perhaps that's going to be the best way to go, actually. Yeah, we might do that with Gasly. With Fernando, I'm kind of tempted to mix it up a little bit here. Let's edit that strategy and go hard at the end. And they seem to think that that is going to be a... Oh no, it's not actually going to be that much quicker. But only 6 seconds slower. And perhaps if we switch... If we start on the mediums... Why don't we go for a medium, hard, soft? Meaning that we can extend the first 2 stints as much as we like. And actually attack a little bit towards the end. Let's see. Let's see what we do. We'll try it. Something a little bit different today. Oh, how annoying. Didn't sort the fuel out, but never mind.
And it's looking like a cloudy day. Looking here at Fernando Alonso. After an impressive qualifying performance, they're starting today just behind pole. Next for the team, it's Pierre Gasly. A top 10 position today, but will they be able to capitalize on it? Everything's been building to this. All eyes are on the race here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And it's
lights out. Away we go for Fernando Alonso. He's off the grid well.
And think about this lifting coast.
And let's see. Yes, he can. He's passed Max Verstappen straight away there. Very, very good. And he comes round the first corner in the lead of this race. Fernando Alonso leads the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Very, very good. Very, very good for Fernando. Now Pierre Gasly in 6th place. He's going to be looking to try and make an impact straight away on Charles Leclerc. Going to go balanced on the fuel. But yeah, Max Verstappen definitely seeming a little bit slower than Fernando at the moment. Ocon up to 3rd as it stands. Can Gasly have a little look at Carlos Sainz here, who I think is on the hard tyres? Let's just have a little look at all of the tyre choices. So we do have some hard tyre runners: Ocon, Sainz, Leclerc, Bottas and Mick Schumacher. A few soft tyre runners as well towards the back of the field. Mind you, we also have a chance here for Gasly around the outside of Carlos Sainz. Doesn't quite manage to make it stick, but he is now off and running down the pit straight. Is he going to be able to make that move? More importantly, is he going to be able to make it stick? I don't know. Fernando Alonso, meanwhile, we're going to move to neutral on him because he is already flying away at the front of this Grand Prix. Can Pierre Gasly make the move on Mr. Leclerc here? I don't know. I don't think he can. He's definitely got a bit more pace, a bit more traction out of the corners. We might have to wait a little bit until the DRS comes into force. Fernando Alonso, meanwhile, leading the way. Decent way ahead of Max Verstappen. Straight away here, Gasly having a little look, but just not quite managing it at the moment. So let's pop that back down to neutral. Just ahead of Lewis Hamilton as it stands, and well, Carlos Sainz losing ground to Ocon here. DRS is now enabled. And straight away, Pierre Gasly seems to have a little run on Charles Leclerc here. Is he going to have a look down the inside into turn 1? No, he's not. Fernando Alonso leading the way as it stands. DRS, of course, enabled this lap. Will be very interesting to see if Ocon makes the move on Max Verstappen. Certainly seems very, very quick at the moment. Let's deploy that ERS a little bit more. We need to make sure we're out of that DRS range to Max Verstappen. with Fernando leading this race. So, good start. And yeah, you can see the Ferrari has dropped off. So, Pierre Gasly is going to have a bit of overtake about him.
Any fuel lift off.
So let's hop on board with him and see what he can do here. Should be able to get past at least Sainz.
What a lap, man!
And there you go.
Yep, copy.
DRS enabled. Are we going to be able... Oh, he nearly went round. The outside didn't quite make the move stick though, because Sainz had to come over as his teammate was passing. And now...
Recharge
be
on.
on the harvest this lap.
Yeah.
So let's zoom it through. Fernando Alonso leading the way. Verstappen in second, then Ocon in third. Meanwhile, Gasly's dropped a second now. And there are yellow flags, so who? It's Fernando Alonso, I think, that ran wide in turn one just briefly.
Look at that! They've run wide!
Let's have a look at that.
Let's take a closer look. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston
Very
Martin.
slightly.
They've gone wide. They won't be happy about that.
It didn't make a massive difference, luckily. But yeah, there's not really any point in Alonso pushing now. Gasly, meanwhile, has caught up to these guys. Alonso looks like he is going to drop out of that 1 second window. Or drop into the 1 second window, I should say. Here we go with Pierre Gasly. Hopefully this time he goes right.
Overtake available.
Copy.
I don't think he's going to be able to here.
Last lap was a purple lap.
Is he going to go down the inside? This is close. Very nearly did there. Might have another look here. No, not quite. It's very close. Fernando Alonso, meanwhile, struggling to stay more than a second ahead. Suppose we could deploy. Second half of the lap, just make sure we stay out of that 1 second window. That's exactly what he does. Very, very good. Gasly will be following through, hopefully. Not in that way. But Lewis Hamilton having a little look here on Pierre Gasly. Is he going to make that move stick? Gasly's got the inside line, of course turns into the outside line, but will have the inside line once again here. Gasly manages to stay just ahead of Lewis Hamilton, but they're going to have a little battle all the way up the hill. Gasly stays on the inside and stays in front of his Lewis Hamilton, not his teammate. Fernando Alonso, meanwhile, 1.3 ahead of this race. Pierre Gasly may well have a little look here on Carlos Sainz. Oh, and that's a spin. And now we need to try and catch up.
Yellow, yellow.
And it was Charles Leclerc that spun.
Okay.
And now Pierre Gasly needs to use the rest of his ERS here to try and catch up to Carlos Sainz. But that could be crucial for this Grand Prix. So can we catch up to Sainz by the end of the lap? Fernando Alonso doing a good job. Leclerc all the way at the back of the grid now. He'll be very disappointed. So let's see what Gasly can pull off here. Can he get close enough? Yes, he can. So he doesn't close in quite enough this lap, but we chuck the harvest on now.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Should be able to stay close enough to signs on this lap as we're heading towards lap 10 of this Grand Prix. And now on to neutral. This could be the chance that Gasly's been waiting for. Swings to the outside. I don't think he's going to have him this lap though. So recharge on again.
On. Recharge on.
Okay.
Fernando Alonso still leading the way. And amazingly, Max Verstappen managing to stay ahead of Ocon, even though Ocon's very much in the DRS range. This could be the lap though. This looks good for Ocon. No, not quite, but there you go. Gasly is through. Gasly through on Carlos Sainz, and now
Simply lovely. Come on,
now
mate.
we need to go and push and try and get onto the back of this battle with
Aston Martin with a great
Verstappen
play there.
and Ocon.
They've moved up a place.
very, very good stuff from him. Fernando Alonso, meanwhile, leading the race. Doing a good job. Still more than a second ahead of Max Verstappen. If he can keep it that way, that would be ideal. Sainz now more than a second behind Pierre Gasly. Gasly still trying to get to the back of Ocon. 1.4 the gap now. We'll have to go neutral, so we'll run out of ERS otherwise. It's been an excellent lap from Pierre. It's probably going to be the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far.
Looked like a clean lap there as well, mate.
And there we go. The fastest lap for Pierre Gasly. Oh, and somebody's run wide. It's Fernando Alonso. That's multiple times he's run wide, and now he's outside of the points. Oh, that is a disaster. And Fernando, that could be a real important part of the early stint in the championship. And now Max Verstappen is going to be very exposed to Esteban Ocon. Can Gasly catch them up? Oh no, Ocon's having a little look at Max here. Doesn't manage it this lap. I feel like Alonso's strategy has got to change. We've got to be more careful with our tyres now with Alonso. Definitely go the one stop at. Can we be more aggressive with Pierre? Could we go for a potential two-stopper with Pierre Gasly? I'll zoom it forward even more. Gasly seemingly doing a good job looking after his tyres, maintaining the gap. People starting to come into the pits already from their soft tyre stints.
Someone's run
And
wide.
Ocon does lead this Grand Prix. I can't believe Fernando Alonso made two mistakes in this race.
Was
That's
that a lock
2
up
more
on the
than he's
track?
made pretty much all his Aston Martin career. He's generally been very much on it. Yeah, Gasly still closing in on these front 2. Still maintaining his gap to Hamilton as...
We've
Oh
just had a car
no!
run wide.
What happened there? So Ocon
We can take a
ran
look
wide in the
now.
final
Now
corner.
have a watch of this. Looks like
Yeah,
Ocon.
so Ocon into the
They're
gravel,
forced wide,
and that
they won't be
makes
happy at
Gasly
all
stop.
about that.
So now Max Verstappen has a pretty decent lead. We're going to go balanced on the fuel.
Update on liftoff. We do require fuel liftoff.
Copy.
So Fernando within 1.2 now of Kevin Magnussen, but if you look at the gap to the leader, Alonso 12.5 off now. Not good. Right, let's hie it back to standard now.
Copy.
Try and take them further into the race. Got yellows. Somebody's ran wide. Don't know who.
Seems to have been a lock-up.
Leclerc, apparently. So Leclerc's locked up and ran wide. Yeah, we're right in the game now with Ocon. Let's follow him round and let's see if we can make the move up to second place in this Grand Prix. DRS enabled. Pit window entered. Actually going to harvest a little bit here. So Fernando's got a little bit of
Okay, recharge on, please. Recharge on.
creative license with his stint length now. We can go a little bit longer and have more tyres at the end of the Grand Prix. And should be able to get nice and close to Kevin Magnussen.
Just recharge off when
Get
you're
past
ready.
him.
Copy.
Meanwhile, we got a potential move with Carlos Sainz having a look there. Gasly doing a good job so far. Can Alonso have a go at Kevin Magnussen? Not happening yet. Well, Gasly might be in a little bit of trouble here because he's not going to have DRS on Ocon, and there goes Sainz. That wasn't good.
Ferrari advance the race position.
Meanwhile, Alonso's managed to get past K-Mag pretty easily. Let's just keep zooming it forward. Let's bring him in this lap then.
Hamilton is in this lap. Hamilton is
So
in
Hamilton
this lap.
in the pits.
recharge off when you're ready.
Copy.
What are the other tyres doing? Medium tyre runners are struggling a little bit. Alonso, of course, one of the ones doing a good job out there. That's whether we can delay this a lap. Let's delay it a lap. Because we're in a good place here. And those two are in the pits. There goes Ocon. Now this could be a chance for Pierre Gasly. No, not quite. Alright, let's zoom it forward then. Will be coming in this lap. So he's in. Let's see where he comes out. He's away. I'd love to be in front of this gaggle of cars. Not quite. That's annoying. So he's out behind Leclerc.
Just look after this tyre set though. Look after it.
Okay.
Fernando. We're going to attack. That's Fernando. Well, somebody's locked up out there. I think it might be Ocon.
They've locked up and
Yeah,
gone
it was
straight
Ocon.
on.
So Fernando, one more lap for him. We'll come in, we're going to put on the hard tyres.
So box this lap.
No. Oh, for goodness sake. I've completely messed up. Oh my god. That is so annoying.
Pick confirm and box box.
Okay, box.
Oh, I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. We've completely messed up Pierre Gasly's race. I just don't know. I just didn't. Yeah, I just couldn't work out how to cancel it. Oh, Pierre, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm sorry for myself as well because now he's down in 18th place. He was fighting for the win.
Copy. Pit entry.
So Fernando Alonso is into the pits.
Okay, copy that.
Where's he going to come out? Hopefully somewhere in the middle of that group. No, it's going to be behind them all. I'll be lucky to be in front of Zhou Guanyu here. I think Zhou Guanyu's going to pass us as well. Oh dear. This is an absolute disaster. Oh no.
Increase lifting coast. Copy.
Well, we might as well zoom it through here. Where is Gasly going to end up here? Alonso's made it past Joe now.
I think we've had a car run wide.
You have fastest lap.
Fastest lap for Fernando Alonso. Needs to get past Mick Schumacher pretty quickly here. I think we can possibly get all the way back to second position with Fernando. Here, Gasly, it would be a miracle if we can get into the points. So let's zoom it through. Let's see how we get on here. So he is past Mick Schumacher.
Looks like
These
Aston
four.
Martin have just gained a race position.
Definitely should be able to make it past them. Let's zoom in. Right, let's see what we can do here with the DRS. Oh, that should have been close, but it wasn't in the end. Bottas very much in the way here.
Is that a lockup?
That was Lando Norris that run wide, so Gasly now ahead of him. Right, let's zoom it through. Fastest lap of the race for Pierre Gasly this time.
I'll let you know if the situation changes.
Oh no! Alonso ran wide again. That's the third time this race. Gets away with it slightly. But now can he catch himself up to Verstappen and Co?
Look at that! They've run wide.
Perez now. Perez ran wide last lap. How's Gasly getting on? He's doing okay. 3.8 behind Ricciardo. He's probably a good 10 seconds from the points as it stands, but here we go. No, not going to be an overtake this lap. So we'll zoom it forward another lap. And what can he do this time? No luck this time either. Need him to swing to the right here. Again, he's not going to do it. It's a real shame. We're going to have to tell him to, whoops, to drive and clear it. That should hopefully help him. Wild from Perez, but can Alonso go around the outside? He can. This is a great move if he can complete it, and I think he has done. Wow, Fernando Alonso back up into 8th place now. There is Charles Leclerc, and I think he's on dodgy tyres. Yep, he is. So should be able to get past him.
So far.
So Fernando Alonso up to 8th place now.
Aston Martin with a great
So
play there.
let's see how he
They've
gets
moved
on.
up a place.
Should be able to get past Leclerc fairly easily here. Yeah, that's good. That was a good move. So Fernando Alonso now up into 7th position. How much more can he do?
Looks
How
like
much
Aston
more can he
Martin
do?
have just gained a race position.
We're 2/3 through the Grand Prix.
Fantastic work.
Pierre Gasly up to 14th now. He's slowly but surely catching up to the points. I'm just gutted because Gasly picked 25 seconds off his time and he's, 12 seconds off the lead. He's up in 2nd. That's where he should be because Sainz and Ocon still to come into the pits. Now, how are we doing interval wise? Yeah, we're plenty ahead of Leclerc. Gasly still doing
We do
a
not
great job.
require any fuel liftoff.
Yeah, copy.
So let's keep going. Fastest lap of the
fastest
race
lap.
for Fernando Alonso. Now starting to catch up to Sebastian Vettel. 1.9 off. Now can Fernando get up to 4th place, which is net 2nd? There's Gasly now. So Gasly's up to 13th. He's going to get past Bottas, you would think. Yep, up to 12th now. So just over a second behind Sebastian Vettel. He's doing a great job here of closing in on the 4-time world champion. And that should be his first opportunity to get past. Sainz is in the pits. Is that Sainz coming out of the pits now? I think it is. Alonso's going to be ahead of him. So Gasly in 12th place, 1.5 behind Zhou Guanyu.
Bottas is in pit lane.
Now then, can Fernando make it past Vettel? Oh no, he's locked up. What's he doing? Oh, he's in the wall. Well,
Here's the replay. So this was the Aston Martin. That crash is terrible
it
news
just
for the
goes
team.
from bad to worse, doesn't it? Now, is that Fernando out of the race? Apparently not. We need to get him in now. Soft tyres, front wing. Pit this lap, please. Do not. Oh my god, what are you doing, you idiot? Oh. That's so frustrating. So after all this, Gasly is going to end up ahead of Fernando. He's got minor gearbox wear as well. That was a big shunt. So Alonso's in. He's going to be putting on the soft tyres for 13 laps. Did Carlos? Yeah, those went onto soft tyres as well. Alonso's still in the pit lane, but that is an absolute disaster. Now can Gasly get past Kevin Magnussen here. This is a chance. But yeah, if you look, chassis took minor damage as well. I don't think Gasly's going to get him this lap, but yeah, we see what Fernando can do. If there's a safety car, it might well bring him back into it, but yeah, let's see. Here, Gasly should be able to get past Kevin Magnussen this lap. Apparently not.
What a lap, man!
So Fernando Alonso now puts in the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. A 1:16.6. At least that point won't be going to one of our opposition. Pierre Gasly still struggling to get past Kevin Magnussen here. It was 10 seconds behind the next closest guy. So it looks like it's going to be 8 or nothing. And there you go, Gasly does make it past finally. He's going to be repassed straight away, is he? Not quite this time. So lap 56 of 63. Closing in on the end of this race now. Fernando's made it up to 15th. I don't think he's going to make it much further.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
He's still putting in fastest laps though. But yeah, it's been a tough race, this one. And yeah, Fernando's just made so many mistakes. And there's Gasly now making a mistake. Very lucky to still be ahead of Kevin Magnussen, but
Oh, they've run wide.
the car's just been a real handful today. But really, we should have been up where Hamilton is, and yeah, I just can't believe we gave Pierre an accidental second stop. That was just ridiculous. A lapse in concentration.
4 more laps.
We've got 4 more laps here. Can Fernando Alonso make a pass on any more of these guys? I don't think he's gonna. Well, no, he can make it up to 12th. That's the best he can do, I think. Maybe 11th. But yeah, what a shame for Fernando Alonso. Yeah, let's get him deploying. Let's do the same with Pierre.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
So, last lap of this Grand Prix.
So we're low on battery at the moment. Copy.
Well, penultimate lap of this Grand Prix, I should say. Alonso goes down the inside of Zhou Guanyu. And there's Daniel Ricciardo.
2 more laps.
Still 2 more laps, actually. Final lap of this race. It's just getting underway.
Really well executed.
Well, still yellow flags out and about. Alonso makes it past Zhou Guanyu, but again, they're still side by side.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
It was Albon running wide at turn 6. And Alonso finally passed
Okay, final lap.
So final lap of this Grand Prix for Pierre Gasly, who's up in 8th place. Fernando Alonso will finish 11th by the looks of it.
For info, we are fuel limited.
Yeah.
Have a lift off.
Gonna swing to the
Okay.
outside. He tried it there, but didn't quite go for it. Yellow flags behind.
I think someone's run wide.
So there you go. Max Verstappen wins
Max
the Emilia-Romagna
Verstappen
Grand
over the
Prix.
finish line, and today's winner.
Hamilton finishes 2nd. Ocon a brilliant 3rd ahead of Carlos Sainz in 4th. George Russell finishes 5th ahead of Vettel in 6th. Perez 7th. And then Pierre Gasly is going to come over the line in 8th place. That is a sickener, really.
Okay, that's the checkered flag.
Can Fernando Alonso
I think
get
that's-
11th place here? Pierre
We'll take
Gasly, by the way, has just made it over the
Fail
line.
84, please, mate.
And
Fail
I think
84.
he's run out of fuel. That's hilarious. But anyway, Fernando Alonso powers across the line in 12th place. Not great.
We have checkered flag now.
Well, this weekend, Pierre Gasly flew us to the stars. Aston Martin having an extremely good day at the track.
Yes, there's definitely cause for celebration here. This team can take anything that's thrown at them and come through even stronger.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
Coming up next, the teams will be taking a trip to the Sunshine State. The Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
Well, a day to forget in Emilia-Romagna. 25 seconds on to Pierre Gasly takes him very close to the victory, 2nd place, but that mistake cost us. Fernando Alonso's mistakes definitely cost him, and that is a big shame. Into the driver's standings then, Max Verstappen takes over the lead, 9 points ahead of Fernando Alonso, 8 points ahead of Carlos Sainz there, and then Pierre Gasly in 4th on 46. Last year we took every opportunity that came to us. Mistakes are happening though this year. We still lead the constructors by 3 points. Any development points for any of the guys? No. So it's a bad day at the office for us, it's fair to say. And hopefully we'll be able to bounce back next time out with our brand new underfloor that we've designed. And we'll be back for that tomorrow. So if you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.